Good morning. I hope you really had a blessed Easter. We did. And we had another interesting fact. I have one daffodil that is blooming, but yesterday afternoon it started snowing. They had had it in the forecast, then they took it out, then they said about an inch, and we ended up with almost 4 inches of snow. But it's going to be a rainy day later today, so it'll all be gone shortly. So that's kind of a fun event of life. Helps us remember spring is here and is in the process of trying to make that adjustment. Well, we continue on in our Kelman and Forey reading this week, chapters 11, 12, and 13, as well as in Kelman chapters 9, 10, and 11. Then we have a fantastic article. It's the sort of thing that I think every pastor needs to review every time prior to having a counseling session. It's advocating the importance of navigating the pitfalls of pastoral counseling. It is very practical. It's very realistic. It's light reading, but heavy on issues. And so I urge you to print that out and have it available as you do pastoral counseling to review it periodically and to avoid these pitfalls. Then we have we really have two very interesting assignments. The first one is in the sense of the musical A Wonderful Life, to find 5 ways that the world would be different if you had never been born. That's a good one to think about. So it's not a lengthy assignment, but it's a good one for us just to stop and think about how God has used us to influence people in our lives, regardless of what our age is. And then the second one is really a fun one. That is to take 4 hours to have fun. Now that's your assignment, except you're to write it up. Now, my 4 hours, I'm going to take my wife to see the Noah's Ark place down in Kentucky, close to Cincinnati. So we're going down Thursday evening to a nice motel that we've earned a free night's stay, and then go to the Ark, and then on Saturday to go to the Creation Museum. And it's called the Hesed Project. Hesed is a fantastic Hebrew word that we don't have an English word to translate it. Loyal love or covenant loyalty. It's God's love for us because we are His children and we have a covenant connection with Him. So the assignment is to do something with your family, or if you're not married, a special friend. 4 hours of having a good time. The purpose is enjoyment, no MDL work, no secular work, no study, none of those things. It's a fellowship time, a fun time. And for some of us, that's hard to put away. I start driving down the road and my brain gets to going, and I ask my wife to get out a piece of paper and start taking notes, and all of a sudden relaxation has too much work in it. So you can read the directions on that. You summarize it with a 1-page summary of it. Then the discussion board is a good thought-provoking. It starts out by saying that a big part of pastoral counseling is burden bearing for a local church family. So you're going to highlight a couple of pitfalls out of the article that we read, and then how you're going to avoid those pitfalls in your ministry. gets into the why, and what are you going to do to avoid those. So it's a real practical assignment and a fun week. God bless you as you wind up things for week 3 and we enter week 4.